Oh, damn. We're in trouble now. Hi there, and welcome back to another episode of We're in Trouble Now.
Yes, we are.
And you know what? I just wanted to start this episode just a little bit different. And I was thinking when I was getting ready, I would like to start this episode by giving a really big shout out to Robert.
Hi, Robert.
Me?
Yeah.
Why?
Because you know what? A lot of times you're the one behind the camera. You're the one who's editing the videos. You're not the one who's in front of the camera. And I just want to let you know that without you, we couldn't be where we are today.
100%.
This is accurate.
Yeah, and I see that you take compliments really well.
Well, I don't know what you want me to say.
Well, thank you would be nice.
You're welcome.
You know, and that's just the whole thing. It's like, because I went to the LA for that Mad Rabbit, and Brandon, you'll appreciate this story, but they did like at first they did the photos inside, and then they did the interview, but then we hit the streets and they were just like taking random shots.
Yeah.
And I could hear Robert in my head, you need movement, look to the left, put your hand through your hair. And it just, they were very impressed. They were like, wow, you make this really easy. And while I thank you all the time, I just hope you know what a valuable role you play in this and how much I appreciate you. And I'm sure Brandon does too.
100%.
Yeah. I'm like a cat herder, and you two are the most feral, non-cooperative cats
Yes,
I
we
could
are.
possibly ever herd. My herd is of two. There's not many in the herd, but the two that I have to herd are, well, I guess three. Natasha's she's pretty cat-like.
Indy.
In Indy. So I have four cats.
4 feral cats.
4 feral cats that I have to keep in the right direction.
Well, my feral cat name is Misty.
Misty? Brandon,
Because I do this.
Mom's would be Misty, and Brandon, yours would be Musty.
Why? No.
Misty and Musty.
No.
Misty and
Yeah, because
Musty.
you're musty.
No, I take 3 showers a day.
What? Why?
Because you're musty.
Because I sweat so much. No, dude, literally, like if I'm laying around in my house,
Yeah.
and I know it's probably not good, but like if I'm laying around my house, I'm like, damn, dude, it's really hot. Like I'm starting to sweat. I'm like, I'm just gonna go take a shower. So I just take a shower.
Okay.
Okay, then you can be Sweaty the cat.
Yeah.
I would rather
Sweats.
be sweaty.
Your sweats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. It's not an easy job. I'm like, but how do you make a diamond? Just a lot of pressure.
Well, I mean, the whole thing is like with the whole brand new, Gray Hair Can Do, it's Brandon and I are in front of the camera.
Yeah.
And, a lot of times people are like, oh, Brandon, this, that. And I just want to let you know that not a day goes by that we don't appreciate or acknowledge, the amount of effort and work and education that you are putting into this.
I do and know a lot, man.
Yeah.
So, I mean, ideally, right, if this thing like really takes off.
No, it's not an if. Don't
Okay.
say
All
that
right, well,
sentence without an if.
So, I'm going to finish my sentence.
When
Thank
this
you.
thing takes off.
Okay, great. I was going to say I'd like to be in front of the camera, but now I kind of want my distance.
Oh, stop.
Maybe
no,
I'll video call you.
Heavy sigh.
Yeah.
So when the opportunity arises and we have somebody who can do the filming, would you join the adventures?
Because I was thinking about it, because you and Brandon have really good on-screen chemistry, and you already irritate me so much, and it would be really hard to like not fake the irritation on screen. So I'm worried about messing up the
you would not
on-screen chemistry, because it would just be like Brandon and Mom try something, and then Robert's like the mean girl in the corner that just says shit.
Remember one time we had the party where all the boys.
It was the reverse party.
The
So
reverse
boys dressed like
party.
girls dressed like boys.
Yeah, and Chad was in the background.
Chad was in the background. He was the
every-
ugly girl that was like in the back and just giving everybody
every
ugly
picture.
smirks.
Yeah, that would be you.
Yeah, because I could see Brandon and Mom like, oh yeah, blah, blah. I'm like, me, just grinding my teeth.
Here's the thing, though. It would be a challenge for Robert because you would have to actually drop that wall
That's
of
true.
indifference and
Wall of indifference.
The wall
you
of
make it
indifference.
sound like there should be a museum for me or something.
No,
Kinda.
just sometimes you're like an Iron Maiden.
What?
Yeah.
An Iron Man. It's a trap. Yeah,
I'm a trap?
No, well, they're not traps, but they were torture devices in the medieval times.
or he's kind of like Hannibal Lecter when they had him strapped to the board and
Yeah, that would be more accurate.
Well, in Iron Maiden, they like to close. We're trying to open you up.
Oh, that's true. Iron Maidens keep people in.
Well,
We're trying
they-
I'm
to.
no.
familiar with the concept
Yeah,
of that.
well,
I
Iron-
think that's not what we're discussing
Yeah,
right
well,
now.
Iron Maidens have blades inside, so they push, and then it goes
Okay.
through your entire body.
So,
You know what's crazy? The ingenuity in medieval torture
Yeah.
is like beyond crazy.
Could you imagine like growing up?
I can't.
Yeah, it'd just be like, hey, little Stevie, what do you want to do when you grow up? Well, I'm gonna
Dude,
be.
I think I'm better behind the camera.
They would
Because
literally.
I'm already irritated
Yeah, dude, they
because
would-
you guys just the only thing I think I would do like my role on screen would be just to keep you in a direction
Yeah.
because I already have to do that and I'm
Anywho,
behind the camera.
Yeah. Anywho,
But
so
you
what
could do
they
that
would
in front
do?
of the camera.
Yeah. So what they would do is they would actually hang you up by your feet, and then they would cut you downwards. But since the blood's still at your head, like you would stay alive.
And we thought this would be accurate. We were just talking about the podcast and why did we feel like we needed to bring in medieval torture?
Because you guys brought up the Iron Maiden.
Because little Stevie,
No,
when
you
he,
brought up the
no,
Iron
when
Maiden.
little
Yeah.
Stevie was growing up in medieval times, he was he wanted to grow up to be a torture
I
person.
don't think.
Like-
I don't know who
Okay.
would fucking want to do that.
So-
what?
Robert, yesterday when we were standing in the backyard watching Indy, you said something like, Brandon always does this. And then I started laughing. I'm like, I do the exact same thing.
Yeah, I don't even remember.
Do you
what it is.
remember what it
No,
was?
there's so many things you and Brandon do.
Yeah, we're kind of
So
the same.
similar.
No.
I think it had to have been something about Indy.
What?
No, it had something to do with how he reacts to people in certain situations.
Oh! We were talking about because when Mom was talking about, I was talking to her about she's going to start walking again soon,
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah,
she was
yeah.
saying that it really
Spot on.
bugs her when she's walking.
I don't even know what I'm high fiving
when
yet. I'm
she's
not
Yeah,
gonna
just
high
do
five
it,
you.
just
when
do
she's
it.
walking,
You're gonna
and she'll
high
say
five me
hi to
later.
somebody and they don't say hi back. She gets really upset.
Oh yeah, I get fucking upset.
So I was telling Brandon,
Yeah.
I was telling Mom, I was like, Brandon does the same thing because we were walking at the Great Oak Sports Park on Wednesday.
Oh yeah.
And somebody was like, and Brandon, we were walking. Brandon's like, good morning. And they were like, eh. And Brandon's like, oh, well, I guess I'll go
No.
fuck myself.
No, that wasn't it. That wasn't
What'd
it.
you
This
say?
lady she was walking her dog.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, good morning, because everybody that walks past me, I always say good morning.
Yeah,
It's just,
yeah, that's what we do.
It's
That's what you
considerate.
did. Yeah.
And she says nothing to me,
Yeah.
but then there's somebody behind us.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh,
this
good
is-
morning.
Oh, this is the harvesting.
And I was like,
Yeah.
the fucking balls
Yeah.
on this lady, dude.
First of all, you scream it, and you're
Yeah.
like, I guess, yeah, you're like,
yeah.
the fucking audacity of this
Yeah.
bitch.
I was like,
She's walking her
There goes my
Pomeranian.
monetarization.
Yeah.
on
oh,
YouTube.
yeah.
Oh,
sorry.
yeah.
We got that one out of the way right
sorry,
away.
guys.
Yeah.
But anywho, I was just like, dude, this fucking bitch. I was like, I mean, that's okay. You know, she's enjoying her run.
Maybe she didn't think you were talking to her.
How?
No,
She's the only
it's
person
always
that-
direct
but-
eye contact.
Yeah, but I do always direct eye contact
Yes.
a lot. But the thing
So,
is just
okay,
like,
so if I'm walking,
I wouldn't have been so upset if she didn't say the hi.
if she didn't say hi to the person behind you.
Yeah.
100%. I
That's
would have
fair.
been like,
100%.
I'd be like, you know what? That's okay. She's
Yeah.
not only ignoring me, she's ignoring the other
But
person.
not okay, but like you have to acknowledge that like that people, it's polite to respond, but people aren't
Oh,
under any obligation.
Yeah, no, 100%. But
Okay.
the thing
You know
is is that there was a lady running, and I said good morning to her,
Yeah.
and she was out of breath, and she still said good morning,
Yeah,
and I
and
didn't
there-
even think she was gonna
Yeah.
hear me.
No,
Yeah.
that's fair. I mean, you're totally right.
Yeah, see,
because
like, I say
what
it-
she did was rude.
Yeah, I say it regardless. I mean,
Yeah.
I didn't I wasn't upset. I mean, like,
No,
okay,
you
whatever.
yelled. Yeah, so-
Whatever. But I mean, I ultimately got over it. But it was just like
We did see that one guy twice though, and he said hi both times.
because I waved at him, and like
You
the
got
second
the
time.
Eagles shirt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna say good morning again, but then I was just like, all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
He's
I
cool.
do that because I mean, there's people that I see on walks, and I mean, I don't care. You don't have to be happy responding. You can give me a head
Just
nod. You can give me
I mean,
a head
it takes
nod.
zero effort to be nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but at the same time, like sometimes, I mean, fuck
No,
it. Yeah, that's
you know what?
Yeah.
Even if I'm in a bad mood, even if I'm in a bad spot, if somebody walks by me and they genuinely are like, "Good morning," I don't even say "How are you?" I'm just "Good morning."
Yeah, good
You know,
morning.
it just I don't
two
care
words.
what kind of
Yeah.
mood I'm in. I don't sit there and just ignore these people and make them feel invalidated.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
You know-
the guys like they're going out of their way, and the only thing I don't mean to cut you off.
that's fine.
But like the only thing I think about was that older guy at the gym. There was a older guy at the gym who
He moves a lot.
dude, but
In
he's
big-
actually
in the be-
ins-
yeah, he's pretty buff.
Yeah.
But in the beginning, Brandon and I didn't like him.
No.
Because it was our first day there, and
Oh, he's the one that would like keep his machine.
He-
so
well,
I put his
he
little-
had
goes across the entire
He had
gym.
a barbell at one of the chest at the fly machine
Yep.
that Brandon and I were using. So he just picked it up and walked away. He didn't say anything. He didn't do
Yeah.
anything. But Brandon and I were like, oh, okay, we'll go fuck ourselves. And we misinterpreted it as like him like, oh, these guys. But he just
Yeah.
moved it probably because he was like, oh yeah, these guys are working on
Yeah.
it. And he says good morning to us every morning.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, good morning. And he's just a sweet, cool old dude.
Yeah,
he's,
but-
he's buff as fuck.
Yeah, the thing is though, it's like he went out of his way to even say it. So
Yeah.
it's like if somebody kind of goes out of their way to say it,
Yeah.
like I mean, at least show a little bit of common courtesy
Yeah.
back. But that's just me,
And to me,
Yeah.
it's a lot of it's the body language and the look. You know what? Don't walk by me and smirk at me when I say good morning, because I get that.
How often does that happen?
You know what? I walk every morning, and it's about I would say 75-25.
Yeah.
75% of the time people respond.
Yeah, but that's more of a reflection on them, not you.
Oh, absolutely. But I just don't feel, I like Brandon. If you're not going to respond to me, I'm going to make up the conversation while I walk
fine.
away.
But
very
Brandon doesn't
loudly.
make up the conversation.
I talk really loud, supposedly.
Yeah, Brandon continues the conversation of them going to fuck off.
Yeah, well, I don't blame you, Brandon, on that one.
So yeah, you and Mom are eerily similar.
It's so, because it just like randomly, it naturally comes out. Like I don't even mean to.
No, you and Mom, there's no delay.
It just happens. It
You
comes
think
out. It's
it, you
like, cool,
say
I'll go
it.
fuck myself.
Yeah.
It's like, I just say it regardless.
See, which is weird because like at first I was like, oh, Brandon, you would do really well in England, but I don't think you would do really well in England because people don't say hi.
I can fucking ignore people. It's not a big deal.
Well, we're
No,
going to
but
be
when you
fine.
say good morning and they don't
No.
say good morning
I
back.
wouldn't say good morning because I mean, like you said, they don't wave. So if I'm gonna,
but you're a very social person.
No.
Can you handle not having that social interaction?
yeah. I mean, even if it like accidentally happens and someone tells me to go fuck myself, I'm like, you know what? That's cool because over here it's different. Like, it's different over there. So I can't really be upset at people when it's not the norm.
Yeah, and Brandon and I will just hold hands.
Yeah,
Fuck
there you go.
you. We're gonna hold him.
See? No, we will.
No.
So that way you have one hand you don't have to worry about because
Yeah.
it's not going to be waving.
Yeah.
And if I see the other hand going up like a wave, I'll squeeze like 3 times. I'll be like, beep, beep.
Or I'll hold the other hand.
Yeah,
And we'll
and
do
we'll-
it like when we were younger and we'll hold you by the hand. We'll go 1,
Just
2,
never did
3, and then we'll lift you up.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I mean, Robert didn't because he was little, but we did that. Auntie Vicky and I did that with both of you all
I
the
don't
time.
remember that.
Yeah.
Well, you were
and,
younger.
And Barbu.
remember.
This
also.
wasn't like 2 weeks ago.
No, it was like when you were like 18 months old. You
Yeah,
didn't
I remember.
When you were able
remember.
to get picked up.
Yeah, but oh, you gosh, you loved that. That was a thing that Auntie Vicky, Barbu, and I did with all the kids. It'd just be like 1, 2, 3.
I remember doing it at the beach. That was cool.
I don't remember
You
that.
would do it and the feet would just barely get over the wave and then you come back down.
Oh,
Yeah.
sweet memories.
Well, Brandon, you were a
Sweet
baby.
childhood memories.
You were a baby.
I don't care. I should have remembered.
Oh my gosh, I saw a TikTok of this little pit bull that anytime it's near water, whether it's getting sprayed by the hose or like getting carried over water, its little feet start to paddle. That was
Really?
that would be like Brandon
Yeah.
over the wave.
Jeez. No.
You don't think so?
No.
Yeah, no. You're
So
not cute.
yeah, so you're welcome, I guess, is the long way for it. But
Yeah.
but I
Oh.
don't mind. I mean, I really don't mind working with you guys and recording you guys.
Yeah.
And you guys need direction, and I'm happy to provide that.
Yeah.
Well, I like how you took my compliment, and I, you know what, I appreciate you taking it.
Yeah.
But then you twisted it like Brandon and I are a bunch of cretins that need to be wrangled.
well,
Hush
I
over
mean,
there.
I mean, I'm the one that edits the video, and I see what you guys should see what doesn't get added.
Oh, you should definitely keep some bloopers.
Yeah, Brandon's like, I'm like, oh fuck, I'm gonna lie down.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, when you were screaming so loud it like peaked out the audio, and you're like, wait, I can't say fuck, huh?
Oh, yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, Robert, like I said, when I was
You're
getting
welcome.
ready, I really just
Oh,
wanted
yeah.
just to take that moment
no,
and
thank
to
you.
say thank you.
You know, I do what I do and I do it well, so you're welcome.
Yeah.
Can you start like at the end of the videos be like recorded and edited by
No.
Robert?
No, God,
Well, I
no.
mean, they all know it is.
No, because some of the comments were, hey, I don't know who's editing it, but they did a really great job.
Then you should just leave it there. Then
Yeah.
we all know it's Robert.
I want remember in Always Sunny in Philadelphia. You know how Charlie Day was really good at the piano, and
Yeah.
but he didn't want to play with us. He was behind a curtain.
Yep.
Just keep me behind the curtain.
That's what.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
As long as I get paid, I don't care who and what thinks I do what.
Okay.
I
so-
will say though that like what
Nothing. Go ahead.
what
Go for it.
No, please.
No.
Because
Nothing.
I was gonna go on
I
a
know.
different. I was gonna.
I
go
was
going to
go in a different.
Okay.
Let's just let Robert go.
Yes,
Keep going.
please.
Keep going, Robert.
God damn it! You fucking
Draw the curtain and continue.
Just go.
I'm trying. Fuck.
God.
Wow. I was saying that like I don't know. It's just nice to. It's nice for my work to be appreciated.
Yeah.
I guess is what it is. Because I saw a video yesterday of somebody, and I was like, dang, I could do a better video, and this person's getting paid a lot more. You know, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So you guys should be paying me editorial salary.
I buy you lunch all the time.
Bitch, where?
Well,
When was
you
the last
never
time we had
bring your
lunch?
wallet.
Yeah, dude.
I have Apple Pay.
You left your
Which-
phone at home the other day.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We needed to buy
He's like-
something too, and I forgot.
The
Pad
the
Thai.
the
Yeah.
Thai food. He's all like, because we went back to the park to get the B-roll.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, do you want to stop and grab something to eat? I'm like, I'm not hungry, but we'll stop for you. He's like, oh, I don't have my wallet. I'm like, they have Apple Pay. He's like, I left my phone. I'm
Yeah, I
like,
left
I'll
my
buy
phone at
you
home.
dinner.
It's actually really nice not bringing your shit anywhere because I don't ever lose it.
Yeah, that's a
You
good
know.
point.
Yeah.
Although I will say that because I used to keep my wallet, I keep my wallet and my keys in the 4Runner because I already know where it's at. And I got in trouble, and Natasha said, "You can't be bringing your keys and your wallet in your 4Runner." That's spot on how she sounds like. And so I took it out of my 4Runner, and now I lost them.
Well, maybe you should just keep them on the desk.
Why can't you
in your
keep
room.
them in the 4Runner? The 4Runner's
Well,
locked in the garage.
the thing is with that. Well, what if somebody breaks in the garage? Not
Yeah.
only do they have a car, but now they have Robert's.
Well,
And now we just told the world that where my keys and
well,
wallet
you
is.
told the world.
I was saying
but the whole thing is if they get the car and his wallet, they won't need to come in the house. So
That's
I
true.
think
Yeah, it's
you
a
know,
deterrent.
It's a deterrent. They're like, I wouldn't go
Are you
any
sure? Because
farther.
I mean, if it was me, I'd see what else I can get.
Yeah, they're probably like,
Yeah,
we
are you
haven't
kidding
made
me?
it in the house yet.
if they're this lax.
Yeah, if the fucking car and
Yeah. Well, now
wallet
I
is here
have
in the
to move my
garage, let
shit.
me see what else I can run with.
Yeah.
Yeah, but we have the mighty pit bull to protect
I'd
us.
take it.
She doesn't even. She's like, that's what's kind of cool. Is like, I thank God she's going to be a big dog because she is a fucking giant scaredy cat.
She really
Come on,
is.
dude,
Dude, everything scares her.
Yeah.
I want to see her like 150 pounds, just fucking scared, terrified.
That's what she does. You know, she
She was out there. Yeah, I was out there yesterday with her, and she's like, "Hey, I think I'm gonna go poo." I'm like, "Great, go do that." And then a crow went by, went caw caw. She's like, "Oh fuck this shit." Her little ears go down. She's like, "Brrr."
Yeah, I
Runs
was outside.
inside.
I was outside the other morning, and she was about ready to go pee, and she heard the tree scratch against the wall. And she's like, "I can hold it." And she ran back inside.
Stops midstream and just takes
Yeah.
off.
No, we're good.
But the thing is the look on her face is what kills me because her ears go flat,
Yeah.
and she gets like that tunnel vision. She's like, "Safety, safety, safety,
Yeah.
safety,
And it's
safety."
funny because like her eyes are so light, which it makes it even
Makes
more
her scarier looking.
But it makes her like even like not. She's not scarier.
Yeah.
Maybe until she grows into her face. But like right now, when she's just a puppy, like her ears go back and her white eyes. It's just like it's the funniest thing in the
No,
world.
I think she's I think she's already. She's got like a very broad shoulder. I told
Oh.
Mom yesterday she looks like a Russian gymnast.
Yeah, dude.
She's just like really muscular and like mean looking, but also like slightly feminine. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, we were just talking about that today. We were just like, she's gotten so much bigger, and then I talked about the shoulders. Like, you can see it in her front shoulders
Yeah.
how
Yeah.
like how stocky
Yeah,
she's
because she
getting.
even has. I mean, she's only 3 months
she's
old.
starting to get a little
She
bit
already
of-
has like a little muscle definition. But I remember Freedom was super scary looking because she had those yellow eyes.
That's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, those like
Like light color eyes.
Freedom
they're
was also like 120 pounds.
And she was also
and, like,
scary as
4
fuck.
feet tall.
And she
Yeah.
did have like a
No, she-
badass attitude.
That was a scary dog.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
just like, I'm gonna murder
that dog
you.
scared me.
Yeah. Wow, dude, I
She
love that
did?
dog.
Sometimes, dude, when I would like see her, I'm like, fuck.
And for anybody who's wondering, Freedom was our
Cane Corso
King
Mastiff.
Corso Mastiff that we had before Liberty.
Yeah.
She was a good girl.
Dude, I mean, she was 125 or 120
Yeah.
pound mini horse that loved to go under the blankets
Yeah.
and then just burn you out of the blankets.
Yeah.
You know, Indy likes to go under the blankets.
Really?
Yeah.
See, she doesn't sleep with me. She sleeps under my bed.
Oh no, she'll
Like a
be
little
like,
cave troll.
Because you farted in her face last time.
Yeah, once.
She's like, I don't want to go back
But we've
up
had her
there.
for like 3 weeks. It was one fart.
oh, so get this, Brandon. Let's do a little reenactment of our little co-pilot over here. So after last,
I have no idea what she's
Yeah,
saying.
okay.
after our last podcast, remember what did we have for our last podcast? What did we eat?
Oh, I have no idea.
We ate, we had pizza. We went to Blaze
Oh,
Pizza.
yeah, we went to Blaze Pizza.
All right. Well, apparently, I had a little piece of tomato on my
Oh,
tooth.
yeah, this is hilarious. Brett, I'll show the picture. So you continue the story. I'll show him the picture.
So every Monday or Tuesday, we pick up Indy and we take pictures. So
She was licking your teeth, wasn't
no.
she? Oh, thank God.
No, it gets better. Don't show him the picture yet. So, so Robert picks up Indy, and I'm taking really pretty pictures of the both of them. I'm like, okay, my turn. So I pick up Indy, and I smile, and Robert's like, and it's like pointing right in my face, and I'm like, what? He's like, you got something in your teeth.
You want to see it?
Yeah, I do. Oh, sweet Jesus.
It's a piece of
What?
what it was like squash or something, but it's the size of like a chicle. It's like it almost takes over your. It's almost like you had a gold tooth.
It almost looks like I have a gold tooth.
But the thing is, it was on your left hand side. Brandon was staring
Yeah,
right at you
yeah.
the whole
I
podcast.
noticed it.
You
You
did.
didn't say anything.
Why?
What do you mean? Why?
Because we recorded the entire
So you can
Podcast
see
with
it?
Squash Face.
Yeah.
over
yeah.
there.
So I'm standing there and I'm like, what? He's like, you got something in your teeth. And I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, it's still there.
First of all, I don't sound or laugh like that.
Yes, you did. So I'm all like, oh, wow, that was incredibly hurtful.
Dude.
You know, because I would have been like, oh, Robert.
Oh, Fuck that. You would not be helpful.
You would have laughed.
After you got done laughing with tears in your eye,
No.
you would finally, then you'd be like, let mommy help you. And you would try to pick it out of my teeth.
That I would do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
100%.
so I'm calling bullshit on that.
100%.
Like, there's no way that's a team effort. What was it the other day? Something happened. You were like laughing and then like you ran away. I can't remember. Something with envy, I think.
Were you in your computer room? And she's like, says something,
No,
you
we
just-
were giving her a bath in the sink. And mom was like, hold her up. So I'm holding her up and she's like giving me shit and she's like spraying me in the chest as she's trying to get Indy.
Yeah, you know what? I am so sorry, but I am under the impression that I have a little puppy and I have a small moose.
Dog barely fucking fits in the sink. And
And we
she's like,
have
well, she
a
doesn't fit in the sink. Hold her up. So I'm holding her up with 2 legs and
Yeah.
she's like, she's getting waterboarded by mom.
But the thing is that we have like a double wide, extra deep sink, and the dog does not fit. She had to put her back legs on one side and her front legs in the
Yeah.
other.
Well, dude, she's just getting so big.
Yeah.
Every single time I come here, like every week, she's bigger.
Yeah.
Somehow.
And she totally takes a shower with me now. She like stands in the shower.
Fucking aggravating because all I hear is like scratch, scratch, scratch. And she goes, well, hello, Indy. And she's like, stop eating my bath mat. And then so she comes running out of because mom's just like, okay, well, you're free.
Yeah.
So she comes running out of the shower, completely soaking wet.
Yeah.
I have to dry her off. And she's like, that was a good dry off. I'm going to go say hi to mom and tell her I got dried off. And so she runs back in the shower and I have to dry her off fucking again.
She'll be like, hey, Robert just dried me off really good. I just want to
Look
go.
how good, look how good this towel job was. This is great. And then I have to do it again.
Why don't you just keep her in the shower?
Because she likes to roam. And because what it is that
Because mom doesn't have boundaries and she can't say no to the dog.
She's so
I
cute.
will.
No, because what happens is like when I first get into the shower, it's just like all water. So she's all like, drinking the water. And then
Why would
when
you allow that?
she's thirsty. And
Yeah.
and then when I start like using shampoo or soap, she doesn't like the taste of that.
Yeah, so she
that's
leaves.
when she leaves. And then when she's dry, she's like, I'm sure mom's done with the soap. And she comes back in and she gets wet.
What's going to happen
again.
when she's full grown?
Yeah, you can't have her eating shampoo or conditioner.
No, it's
No.
not that. It's having. I don't want to dry off a fucking giant dog.
We're gonna. I know. You actually came up with a really good idea, and I'm gonna
Close
get
the door.
No, I'm gonna get a mommy and me bath set. So
Yeah.
she's gonna have a towel. I'm gonna have a towel.
Yeah.
You
And
should
then-
get her like a bathrobe.
No, yeah, and I want to get one of those cute little shower caps to cover her ears so she doesn't get an ear infection.
There you go.
Jesus, dude. Anywho,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's what happens when you have a puppy and you work from home with no boundaries.
She's a good dog, though.
Yeah, no, I think she's amazing.
Yeah. So our next episode of Gray Hair Can Do, we're going to be recording that tomorrow.
Yep.
Tomorrow at 6.
Yep.
Yes, and Brandon and I are going to solve a crime.
Yes, we are.
And I came up with our crime-solving names. Because remember, I'm sure you don't remember because you weren't born yet, but there was an old detective series, and they were 2 women, and they were called Cagney and Lacey.
Yeah.
Why?
We're going to be Cagney and Facey.
Yeah.
And you're Facey.
Why am I fucking I'd rather just be Lacey.
You want to
No.
be Lacey?
Why? It
No.
sounds better than Facey.
You could be Cagney. No, I don't want to say it. Never mind.
Pacey?
Nope.
Stacy?
Nope. So, but yeah. So what's going to happen
Pacey?
is we're going to record it.
Pasty?
We're going to record it.
Yeah, what
And-
were you thinking?
Yeah.
Spell it.
No.
Just say it.
I will say it. So we're going to record it, and then I'll most likely be mic'd up as well because I figured
I think that's going to
Yeah,
be more
it'll be
interactive.
easier because because y'all are going to need some help, and I want people to.
Oh, you don't think that we can't solve this crime on our own?
No.
No.
Probably not.
We asked the lady. We're like, "What's the success rate?" And she's like, 50%.
Ooh.
Dude, we can't even fucking finish like a first part.
No, we actually did really well.
Well, I figured it out.
Yeah.
Yes, you don't have to be aggressive.
Oh, I got in trouble for that, by the way.
Why?
Well, Natasha was like, "You should be nice to your brother." He figured it. He basically
You know what?
figured
You
it
do
out.
have a tendency to just be like, if it's coming out of Brandon's mouth, I'm going to say no.
No wonder I get so upset whenever like the littlest things happen. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's okay. I mean,
It's not that I always say no. It's that I'm a very
you always say no.
I'm
You
a
always-
skeptic. I'm
Okay.
like, show me
Okay.
the
Whatever
proof.
comes out of my mouth, you're just like, no.
That's not true. There's some things that I've agreed on.
Well, no. Well, yes, but
Like French toast.
Well, no, that was kind of more just like, I mean, I already
Okay.
bought the bread.
So you know how Brandon, I'll be like, hey, Brandon, do you want, and you're like, no. You do the same thing to Brandon. Brandon be like, well, what about, and you're like, no.
It's just that
Oh,
I
look
appreciate
at
that
him
there's no such thing as a
backpedaling.
bad idea. It's just that your ideas don't align with my ideas.
See, the thing is that Brandon's
No.
ideas,
You have
ta-
good ideas.
You take them, You mull them around, and then
When was this? Name one.
I don't know.
I don't think he ever did
Yeah,
that.
so don't paint me out as some like
That's
Thomas
something-
Edison of fucking ideas over here.
Did
Thomas Edison invented he was the one who quote quotes
unquote.
invented
Who really invented it?
Well, he had this thing where he had a bunch of people working under him, and if they invented something, he was like, "Oh, okay, cool. I'll take it. Yeah, don't worry, I got it from here." And
I could be an inventor
the
like
incandescent
that.
light bulb, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So-
Well, I take that back. You don't steal his ideas.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
No, I'm the one that I'm the one that gives you that idea. You guys say no, and then 6 months later, you think it's your idea because you can't remember who told you.
That's
No.
not true. And we're going back. We're going to go right back to no. Excuse me.
Okay.
We're going to go right back to the original opening statement. I appreciate everything you do, and we've already had this discussion. Sometimes the way that you say things, it is really difficult for me to cognitively put two and two together.
Okay.
It's not that you're not telling me. I just have to take it, digest it, and then put it back together. And that irritates you because you automatically think like, I didn't believe you. It's just, I'm trying to formulate it in my own mind.
Okay, that's accurate.
Yeah, sometimes, because I mean, like, I can't think of, sometimes it's really hard to like put the stuff together where it like makes sense to me.
Yeah,
I'm
it's the same
just
thing
like-
with me. And it's like, and I know you get frustrated because it's like, I'd be like, I don't understand what you're saying. So you just say it louder and slower
Sure.
and that doesn't help.
Okay.
But it's not that I don't know where the idea is coming from.
Yeah.
I just had to figure out how to learn it in a different way.
Yeah.
100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I accept your apology.
Yeah. And that's just the truth. And you know what? And truthfully, I'm very conscientious of that because I know it's kind of like a hot spot for you.
Yeah.
So I really do, whenever those kind of things happen, it's like you've told me about like hashtags and the importance of searching and search engines and like that. And I've had to kind of like explore and figure it out. And it's not that I didn't believe you. I'm just trying to figure out how
that's
it
fair.
works.
I respect that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anyway, Facey, we're going to go then come up with a different name.
Lacey.
We can't take Cagney and Lacey because
I
that's
knew
already
I knew a
thing.
Lacey in middle
Yeah,
school.
so did
I
I. I
knew
knew
a
a
Lacey.
Stacy.
You knew a Stacy?
Yeah.
I don't know a
Well,
Stacy.
Yeah, you do.
Who?
Stacy at the fucking tattoo shop.
I don't know. Oh yeah, Stacy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big Stacy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just be Stacy.
Or we could be Bert and Ernie.
It'd be weird for one of you guys to be Bert.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, because you're Bert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What about Ma and Brand solve a crime?
How about we can
Or-
call you?
Brandon and Lonnie solve a crime.
No, you should be Bambino, and Mama should be Big Ma. No,
Hey, Ma.
Mom should be I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah.
So
no.
yeah, so what's gonna happen is we're gonna film it, and you guys are gonna emulate kind of being on like a TV drama.
Yeah.
Like,
See, that's
you were
why
on
we
like
need
CSI, so a lot of like witty
Cagney and
one-liners.
Lacey.
Nope. So
There was a murder.
yes, there you go.
Yeah. See, I know how to do
Yeah.
it.
Yeah. And I'll be like, a what?
Dun, dun, dun.
Okay, maybe it's
Murder.
maybe this is the wrong idea. This is
Or
the wrong
even
idea.
say it, a murder.
Okay.
It's going to be great.
So these guys, I feel really sorry because these people are going to be working late because it's going to take us 9 hours.
Not even.
No, it's not.
I'll be like one of those old timey detectives and like, hey, what'd you see, eh? Wait,
Can we interrogate people?
I don't think there's anybody to
just
interrogate.
fucking like
Can we just
start
grab
yelling
people
at
off
someone?
the street?
So the backstory of this it's a vandalism scavenger hunt. 4 people have been arrested or pinned on the vandalism of Temecula.
Ooh.
They've already got them in custody, so you don't need to
Okay, dude.
interrogate anybody. It's just one of the 4. Now you guys have to work backwards and figure out the clues.
Huh. Okay, well, they did it.
Well, one of them did. Yeah.
What did they vandalize?
Temecula.
Well, there's a lot of it.
Well, that's what we're going to
That's
find
what
out
you.
tomorrow.
That's why
Or
you're.
were we the ones that are vandalizing?
Ooh,
No,
maybe we
Brandon.
did it.
No. God damn
Well,
it.
I'm just saying.
Maybe
don't-
you did it.
No.
Well, if they vandalized Temecula and there's no vandalization, I need to vandalize it.
Okay.
To, to make it more realistic.
Yeah, so I need to break a window. Good thing there's a cop station.
Should I bring spray paint?
Nah.
Okay.
I will never be in camera with you guys
Why?
because it's so aggravating.
No, you just need to jump on. You know what? Jump on the imagination train.
I don't want to jump on the imagination train.
Come on, here's a seat for you.
We'll cut the head off a statue in the middle of the town.
What?
What?
There's no statues in Temecula.
I know a few.
Isn't there that horse one?
I don't know. Well, I don't want to. No,
Why
remember,
don't you-
remember
why
when
don't-
there was a guy who actually took it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you got repoed.
Yeah, dude,
got
how crazy.
repossessed,
Dude,
yeah.
that was the funniest thing in the
Yeah.
world.
So
I still
for
miss that
reference,
horse.
yeah. So for it's
The Century 21 horse.
No, it was a different real estate agent.
Yeah, but it was right there next to Oscar's.
yeah.
It was
It
huge.
was a
It was a horse.
yeah. I thought it was a Century 21 office.
It,
So
it
anyway-
is now. It
Well, I thought it
wasn't
was
20
always.
years ago. No. 'Cause
How do you know?
Or
You
was
were
it
a
a
baby.
Rancon?
You were in my
God damn
baby.
it.
No, it wasn't Rancon.
You,
But the agent,
I was a baby 20 years ago.
You're
Was you
still like-
11?
Yeah, fucking 12 years old. And you're like, oh, you're just a toddler, fresh from the womb. I'm like, I'm going to 8th grade soon, Mom. And you're like, you don't know better, you baby.
Shut up.
Yeah, shut up. You don't even know words.
No, it's so anybody
Stop
who's
talking to me.
Yeah.
so anybody who's wondering, in the middle of town,
First of all, Century 21's mascot is not a horse.
No, they just had one of those
they
big.
just
it was-
had
it was-
the guy just had a
No,
horse.
because if it was a horse and the building is still Century 21, it would not.
It's just a
be
different
gone.
Century 21.
No, it was a different real estate building.
I thought it was honestly Century 21. Just they.
Oh,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah.
So
No, oh, you know what? It was Coldwell Banker. I know it.
that is
yeah,
right.
That sounds
I
a
know
little
it
bit-
because we used the agent who was in that
Yeah.
office.
Oh, okay.
So it was a
What do you
Coldwell
mean?
Banker.
Why are you so quick to be like, oh yeah, no, that makes sense.
I
You were
don't know.
so like had your heels dug in that it was Century 21. You're like,
So-
oh, I know Century 21. I know Temecula. Oh, I know horses. And Mom was like, actually, it was Coldwell Banker. And you're like, oh yeah, no, it probably was.
Because I was also probably a child.
No,
and
it's
she
because
remembers
you.
more
It's
than me.
because I said it and you wanted to debate it.
So
No?
to get back to the
Yeah.
original
Dude,
story,
I'll just stick with Rancon or Century 21.
it was Coldwell Banker.
Century 21.
Anyway, there was a real estate office that was in the middle of town, and they had like this big old horse statue that was rearing up on its back legs.
No.
No, it wasn't. It was on all four.
It was on all fours.
Yeah, it was.
Well, if it was rearing up on all legs, how would it stand
No, it's
still?
on its back
you,
legs.
You have it just stand up like Indy, just
Well,
arms up in the
did
air.
you not see the guy who like welds metal and shit?
Yeah.
Down, like, kind of going to Anza.
Yes.
Yeah, they also have those
Borrego
rearing
Springs,
up.
yeah.
Yeah, they have the horses that are reared up.
Yeah, there's a different statue though.
That's the same thing. It's still.
What are you googling?
Yeah, what the fuck?
Just continue.
Well, okay, I don't know. Anyways, so should we do the science segment?
Wait. I'm trying to. No, that's a T-Rex.
What are you googling?
Yeah,
I wanted
what
to
the
see
fuck?
because I think it was up on the back of and its back two legs. So anyway,
No,
the
it was
story-
on all four,
right.
and its head was like kind of going down like a bow in a sense.
Yes.
It was bowing. There was a bowing horse statue.
It was a bowing horse on two legs. apparently.
Well, yeah, because you guys come up with better fucking ideas than what it
So
is.
anyway, the guy, every time you would drive anywhere in town, because it was a small town back then, you would go buy this statue. Well, apparently the guy owed some money and they repossessed his statue into story. So continue.
Yeah, that was pretty much it. And then somehow we fucking argued for like 5 minutes about which real estate company it was.
So aggravating.
Really?
Yes.
See, I think you need to jump on that train, Robert.
I don't
Come
want
on.
to jump on the train. My blood pressure's already high enough.
See, if you jumped on the train, your blood pressure would go down.
You know what you're kind of like, Robert? You know,
Huh.
you're like the batteries when you put them opposite ends. You can kind of feel like the tension pushing it
But
away
they're not
from each other.
magnets.
No,
Those are
batteries.
magnets. You're describing magnets.
Was it magnets?
Yeah.
Why did I say batteries? I thought it was batteries.
No, it's
No? All
magnets.
right. Well, magnets. Yeah. See, think about like magnets. I don't know. Maybe I was thinking about batteries because I was licking them.
Which you should not do.
You don't lick batteries?
I did it before.
So do I.
Yeah.
You know what? You kind of remind me
Yeah,
of
you're
the-
like a negative and a positive
Magnet.
magnet.
He's kind of like Luke Olson. No. Luke Wilson.
Luke Wilson?
Yeah.
Who's Luke Wilson?
You know,
Owen
wow.
Wilson.
Oh,
Owen
Wil-
Wilson.
Yeah,
What
Luke,
the fuck?
Luke is his brother.
Yeah, like Jim Myers.
Yeah.
So anyway, you remind me of Owen Wil-
like Brandon Pitt.
Oh, I've been thinking I'm going to date Brad Pitt, so I'm glad you brought that up.
She thought she saw him yesterday at the in a Jeep.
I saw
Brad
it, Brandon.
Pitt. Why the fuck would Brad Pitt be anywhere in Temecula?
I don't know, but if he is, he's mine. I'm telling you right now.
You can't call dibs.
Yeah.
I'll go spit on him.
You spit on everything else. You spit
Yeah,
on my
and if, I'm
sandwich
pretty sure if
yesterday.
you spit on him, you'd be like, get the fuck away
No,
from me,
I'll be
weirdo.
like, hey, bitch, you're mine.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would be like, well,
Especially,
she
you
seems
know,
like her intentions are pure.
yeah, especially in COVID time.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
just
yeah.
spit on
So
someone.
anyway-
I don't think I'd be like, okay.
I would-
If you walked up to me and said, hey, bitch, you're mine, and spit on me, I don't think I'd be like, well, she got a point.
I
I
would
You
be
know,
obs-
Brad Pitt, he's like, you know what? He'd be like, hey, I'm okay with that.
I
don't think
so.
anybody would be okay
Yeah,
with that.
No.
All right, then I won't spit on him. But I've just been thinking, you know what? He's my age. He's single. Why not?
don't think he's single. Is any dating
Yeah.
Jennifer Aniston?
No.
Oh, I thought I heard something about that. I thought that they were.
No, they're
Actually,
back
I don't know.
together.
Googling it.
I don't know.
I'm Googling
I thought
it.
I heard something, but honestly,
Okay,
I
she's
don't-
already had him once. She needs to give him up for others.
Why? It's Brad Pitt. If I had Brad Pitt, I would never let the man go.
Well,
I'm just
I
saying.
typed in, who is Brad Pitt
Brad Pitt.
dating?
no
Who's
one.
Brad Pitt?
Songwriter Licky Lee. Lykkeli.
Really?
Likey?
I
don't
can't. There's no way I can compete with
She's a
Licky.
swingish songwriter.
See, you thought he wouldn't want me spitting on him, but he's dating somebody named Licky.
And that has nothing to do with anything.
So anyway, what were we talking about?
I don't know. Brad Pitt and
Um,
Smegula,
Yeah.
which
Oh.
is impossible.
Oh no, you remind me of Owen Wilson on the Grand Budapest. No, the train one, the train movie.
Oh,
Derelict or
The Derringer Express.
Yeah, Derringer
Yeah, because he
Express.
was like trying to keep the brothers together,
Mm.
and he like had everything organized and laminated. And Brandon and I are just kind of
no,
like,
I think that was the other brother. I think that was Adrian Brody.
no, he's the one that was
Owen
wearing the
Wilson.
dad's glasses.
Yeah,
that-
Owen Wilson was the one who had the one person there to kind of
Yeah,
help
he
him
had
the
the
entire
little
trip.
assistant.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
he
the
was
little
out of the way.
assistant.
Yeah, he was out of the way. He was
yeah.
not even in the picture.
Oh man, that was such
Yeah.
a good movie.
Dude, anything that fucking
Wes Anderson.
Yeah, who he directs is just amazing.
You know, a movie I kind of it's probably one of my new favorites, or that I've liked since I've seen it, is Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah,
I've
Hey,
been
did
meaning
you-
to see it. You should probably click off your phone.
But nobody can see my.
I don't care.
All right.
No, the account on the camera. You're
Nobody
gonna-
can. It
Yeah.
only shows the last 4 digits of my thing.
Okay, well, I'm just saying.
Oh,
safety. you know what?
Safety is not
no
your
kidding.
forte.
First your keys and your wallet. Now
They
you're
already
all
know what
like,
a wallet is. Why don't we
you're all
care?
like, hey.
Yeah.
Here's my social.
If you
Yeah.
can guess my pin,
Yeah.
dude, Dad used to his pin used to be 1111.
Because
It probably still is.
Do you know I still know his social security number
Really?
and
Yeah.
his date of birth?
Is it
and now I have
1111?
his
I don't know
pin.
his birthday. Is that
I
weird?
don't know his birthday either.
Um,
I don't
all
really
right.
give
I'm
a
just
shit.
saying,
I don't really care.
So, Brandon,
What?
earlier this morning over French toast,
Yes.
you came to the conclusion that you think you know more than science.
Well, he already got the battery thing right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
I mean,
negative.
clearly, you already know about batteries.
Well, there's a negative and there's a positive on a battery.
is this accurate? Yeah.
I wonder. Hold on.
See,
Just
the way I was
continue talking.
thinking was just
Where are
backwards.
you going?
I don't fucking
You
know.
realize that you don't. That's
Yeah.
not how batteries work, right, Mom? If you added,
It's
th-
magnets.
you can't just put the two together and they're not
No,
gonna
it doesn't
cause
work
anything.
like. Yeah, no, I was thinking magnets.
Whoa.
Wow.
Jesus.
So, well, obviously they're not gonna do anything,
and-
or else they wouldn't package the batteries like that.
And to those who were just listening, Mom literally just put a negative and a positive side of a battery to each other,
And
she
pretended.
pretended like it was
Like-
pushing each
like
other
I
off.
could do magic too. Whoa.
Jesus, dude.
Jesus. All right. So, Brandon,
I've had too much coffee and I'm having hot flashes.
great. So, Brandon, earlier this morning you said you know more than science.
Yes. What was the question this morning?
Fuck, I don't remember.
I know. I was trying to think of it.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
What
was
were we
that?
talking about? It
I
was
don't
like
know.
literally 30 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Oh, you said you were talking about something and then Brandon said that's not it.
Totally.
Something about hereditary things. Oh, about Alzheimer's.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you were like,
Oh, that's-
you were like,
That
there's
about-
no way she could get it because
You said it was hereditary.
I said it's hereditary. You were like,
You're
no,
like,
it's
no.
not.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, way to argue science.
I was like, yeah, it could skip a generation.
Well, yeah, but yes, Brendan, but that would still be considered hereditary,
It could skip the generation after that.
which would still be considered what?
And then after that, too. So
Okay.
it can continue skipping generations.
All right. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna play this new game called Brandon versus Science.
Yes.
Where,
Dun, dun,
where I'm gonna
dun.
say science fact, and you decide whether
Okay,
or not it's true.
Before
or
you
not.
start,
Yeah.
can I just do one thing?
Sure.
Brandon. Science. Brandon versus science.
Okay. So we thought
That was a
would
good
be the
idea.
best use of our time that we
Yes.
have on this podcast.
You know what? Let me finish it. Who's going to win? Okay, now it's yours.
Okay. So
I wanted to be a part of it.
do you want? Okay, let's do this.
You were so like
Bra-
indie.
Yeah.
Yes, I know.
Brandon, did you know that
That's why
Earth's
we shower
oxygen
together.
is produced by the ocean?
What?
Yeah. It's because of the seaweed.
Yeah, actually.
Yeah.
that-
Most. Yeah. The crazy thing is that most oxygen is from the sea, from like the ocean, which we all think is from the forests,
Mhm.
but most of it comes from the ocean.
Oh, we need
I
to
actually
stop
saw that on a
polluting.
documentary.
Mhm.
We need to stop polluting the oceans.
Correct. Did you what?
Nothing, because okay, really quick. You know how like when there's a like Jimmy Fallon always has a sidekick off camera.
Yeah.
That always is like, yeah, that was a good one, Jim. That's me.
Yeah.
Mom, you have something to say about everything.
Yeah, I know. I was
And if
like,
you're-
let's just continue this.
Yeah.
I was like, sometimes.
Okay.
you suffer from such a bad case of FOMO
Yeah.
that you cannot just idly sit by.
I'm just too funny. Okay. I'll just mute my mic.
Okay. Did you know that babies have around 100 more bones than adults?
No.
Great. Well,
That's a lot.
No, it's not. It's true.
How?
Well, because they're born with more bones, but they get fused together as they grow. It says babies
do they
have
have more
about 300
fingers?
bones at birth with cartilage between many of them.
Well, okay,
This
that makes
extra
sense.
flexibility helps them pass through the birth canal and allows for
That makes more
rapid
sense.
growth. With age, many of the bones fuse, leaving 206 bones that make up the average adult
Okay,
skeleton.
well, I mean, I can do logic, and like that's logic. that's logically sound.
Okay.
So that
So
makes
how is
sense.
that different than hereditary passing of?
Because that doesn't make sense.
Oh, okay.
But this makes sense because I mean it makes sense. Like, well, imagine like a small baby with a spine that's actually connected. Like, there's no way that they're gonna be sitting. They're gonna be curled up in a womb. They're gonna be pretty much touching your.
Well,
organs.
that's why their bones are.
That's what I'm saying. That's why there's so
hard.
much
Yeah.
because it's you're a ball.
Yeah, you
so
are
it
a
makes
ball.
sense.
You're a
Mm.
baby ball.
Did you know that polar bears are nearly undetectable by infrared cameras?
How everything gives off body temperature.
Huh?
Everything gives off
Says
body
thermal
temperature.
cameras detect the heat lost by a subject as infrared, but polar bears are experts at conserving heat. The bears keep warm due to thick layer of blubber under the skin. Add to this dense fur coat, and they can endure the chilliest Arctic day.
Well, then how can a heat signature not
Is
pick
that
up?
why they eat so many? They can eat so many people.
Okay. What?
Oh, because you can't. Yeah.
Just because you can't see them. Not everybody is walking around Alaska with infrared goggles, Mom.
Yeah, you don't just like, oh, don't forget your infrared goggles before you go outside.
Yeah, you gotta watch out for those bears. They were like, but obviously people are gonna realize real quick that the infrared doesn't pick up bears, and people keep getting eaten by bears. They're like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. We had these infrared goggles, but we keep getting eaten by bears.
Yeah, I thought I could see them, but the crazy thing is that they're gone.
Yeah, they're invisible.
Yeah, how crazy is that you
There's
think
no
that you can
bears
see them?
left.
Ninja bears. So that's what we thought.
So
How many people do you think get eaten by polar bears?
A
a
lot.
lot.
No.
How?
What?
What's the statistic on that? How many people
Yeah.
get eaten by bears? By polar bears?
I'm
Okay,
Googling it.
okay.
What
what's
do
your
you
guess?
want?
What's your guess?
What?
It's your guess as to how many bears get
10
eaten
people a year.
So would a walrus be not detectable by infrared?
Sure. So do walrus have hair?
They have little whiskers,
Is that hair?
really thick hair.
Well, if polar bears are the only animal to not be detected by infrared, would a
Oh.
walrus?
Okay.
Would get detected?
Okay, so
How
Brandon,
many people a year?
how many people a year do you think?
I said 10.
You said 10, Mom?
I will say 22.
Okay. It says, how many bear attacks happen per year?
That's bear attacks, not polar bears.
Okay.
Yeah,
Bear
let's be
attacks are
specific
different.
here.
Okay, so
That's such a like a. It's like, hey, how many different colors are there in the Skittles bag? Well, let me see
me-
about the other Skittle
Yeah,
bags.
let's talk about M&Ms.
Yeah,
okay, all right,
or Reese's.
Buckers, hang on.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
They don't give us statistics about just polar bears.
Okay, so let's
Hold
just
on.
do
Because
bear
it doesn't
attacks. Let's just
happen.
do bear
Fine,
attacks.
if we're doing bear attacks a year,
Yeah.
I mean, since people seem to not
312.
have any like danger anymore, and they want to touch a bear, I'm
Yeah.
gonna say about 100.
Okay, Mom, how many?
312.
40. 40 a year.
That's actually
Between all black bears, brown bears, grizzly bears, polar bears, and koala bears.
40.
Yeah, 40.
That's actually not bad. I thought it was gonna be a lot more.
It says there are 22 human bear incidents in the U.S. Yosemite National Park in 2019.
What
Well, that
is
makes
up with
sense.
those tourists that go to Yosemite? I am sorry.
They're just dumb.
Well,
they're,
yeah.
they're city folk,
Yeah.
or they're people traveling, and they just they see bears on TV, or they see bears like in the circus, and they're like, oh, bear, or they just don't know better. A lot of it's just they just don't know, and they leave their food
100%.
out and things like that.
Yeah.
The bison are totally just.
Yeah, that's
wrecking.
Yellowstone. That's a completely different national park.
What did you say?
Yellowstone and Yosemite are not the same national park.
Yeah.
I
Yellowstone's
still get
grizzly.
that wrong.
How have you still gotten
Yeah,
that wrong? Mom, it's been
Yellowstone's
20 years.
30
Yeah.
something
It's been
years.
30 some odd years,
Yeah.
and you are still getting the two national parks wrong.
Yeah, Yellowstone's geysers.
Yellowstone is in
That's where the bears attack.
yes,
Yes.
and in Yosemite, which is in
They don't-
California.
Yeah, they don't have bears attacking there.
Yes,
well, they
Not
have
often.
bears.
Not often.
Yeah, they have black bears, and the only thing that they want is your food.
There's a lot of wild animals in Yosemite. No,
This is accurate.
Yellowstone.
Oh my God.
Yeah, because it's there's wolves. It's a literal.
Yeah.
It's a
There's-
literal
yeah.
habitat. I mean, it's
It's an ecosystem.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I saw.
There are
I
animals
saw,
in the national park. You are
yeah,
correct.
I saw a documentary.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, there was a lot of There's more animals there than I thought. They have.
What'd you think? There was like, welcome to Yellowstone. And over to your left, a bear. If you drive 30 more miles, you'll see a moose.
Next 30 miles, a single rabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you
no.
got to find it.
Yeah, but no, they had. It's like this whole like little like environmental thing.
Yes.
Environmental thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Continue,
it's-
Brendan.
Continue with what?
All right.
Seriously, I'm so lost with this conversation.
Well, see, Brendan, the whole point of
Drink
the
more
subject was
coffee.
you were going to argue science. You've agreed with most of the things I've
it's
said.
logical. I'm not going to argue with logic.
So, okay.
That just goes against everything. You know, if it's logical and it makes sense, sure.
Okay.
I can't argue.
It takes 8 minutes, 19 seconds for light to travel from the sun to Earth.
I mean, that makes sense. What? I'm just saying, dude, you got to think of distance.
So, before we started, you were like, I'll argue the shit out of everything. You have yet to argue one thing.
because
And yet you're over here pointing fingers at the sweaty little gray-haired lady who's had too much caffeine for being
But I'm
argumentative.
just saying it makes sense. You got to think about the distance between Earth and Sun.
That's really fast.
because it moves so fast. It's
Like-
light.
like this.
It's literal light. Well, I'm just saying. It's
Well,
just,
it travels at the speed
Of distance.
Light. Oh my God.
The speed of distance.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just saying. Instead of, was it the speed of light, spool? It's the spid.
Hey,
Okay.
do they still like race cars really fast?
I
What?
reckon they do.
Yeah, because like when I was a kid, they had like those
You
lamps.
mean drag racing?
No, like out in the desert. And
Oh,
would
no,
use,
they
like,
still have it.
They would have like to see like
How
how,
fast?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they still have it.
Do they still have that?
Yeah, they still have it.
Hey.
To break like the sound barrier.
Oh,
Yeah.
that thing. Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I'm wondering? You know, when I was a kid, like Evil Knievel was like jumping all over shit. Why doesn't anybody do that anymore?
I don't know.
Because safety's a thing, I guess.
Okay,
Now.
right here, animal facts. It says the ears of an African elephant can be 6 feet long.
Yeah, that makes sense. But I'm just,
Robert, are you going to be in front of the camera anytime soon?
dude, the thing is though, is I've stood next to an elephant and I know it. Like I've literally
Oh,
stood
because
next to an elephant
you
and I've touched it. I've touched an elephant.
Yeah.
And I've
Have you ever
washed
touched
an
an
elephant.
No, I don't touch
So
elephants.
it's huge.
You've washed an elephant, yet you mock me for taking a shower with my dog.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I paid for it.
The big.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it says what's it called? Do you know puffered fish teeth grow consistently or continuously?
That's a lie.
Okay.
Do pufferfish even have teeth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They fucking have chompers.
Do they? Did you know that sharks they're constantly
Yes.
don't
Yes.
they have like a little conveyor belt where they're
No, it
I
just-
don't think sharks have conveyor belts in their mouth.
Well, you got to think about it. I mean, they can lose teeth and then still being an apex predator, you need all your teeth.
Yeah, but they don't. Not every animal grows their teeth back.
No.
That's why lions generally, whenever they like hunt humans or kill humans, they've documented they've done an autopsy, and the lion has generally had some sort of
Dental problem?
Yeah, like it's either missing a tooth or it's like tooth is broken or fallen out and things like that, and it can't kill a normal animal in the plains.
Yeah.
So it has to kill something smaller and weaker like humans.
See, and then that makes sense because then sharks continuously have all their rows of teeth, so then it can continue being the apex predator.
Oh.
Unless
Unless there's a megalodon, and then the megalodon is the apex predator.
Great. Did you know scorpions can be found in every continent except Antarctica?
Every continent?
Every continent.
No, I don't believe so.
I believe that.
That's accurate.
I don't
so,
believe it.
whoops.
I wonder if they
So,
could-
like Greenland.
Greenland is in North America.
But you said every continent beefs.
Sure. So if Greenland's in North America and there's spiders here in California, which is considered North America,
we're in
then
the same continent as Greenland?
we are in North America.
So they're like cousins?
Nope. It is connected. Just
Where?
like how,
Where?
Yeah, it's
just
an
like
island.
how
It's a land.
Japan and the Middle East, Saudi Arabia, is still considered Asia.
So
Russia,
we have-
Russia
okay.
is
Wouldn't that be Middle East?
no, because the Middle East is not a continent.
We have Asia.
Correct.
We have South America, North America.
Correct. You're at 3.
We have the Antarctic.
Correct. 4.
We have.
How many are there?
7.
What?
Okay, I have 4.
What the fuck?
Oh,
How big is
okay,
the world?
We have
What?
we have Asia.
Okay,
See,
you
maybe
already
I
said
should've-
that.
Oh,
I should have
no.
probably really
Okay.
paid attention.
Asia, Antarctic, South America,
North America.
is Australia,
Australia isn't a continent, correct?
and then I have one.
You have
no,
two more.
Is Russia a continent?
Russia is part of Asia.
Really?
That's crazy.
Yes.
I'm trying to think.
Russia is
of-
like 80%.
What is Mongolia then?
Mongolia is also in Asia. It's above.
Yeah.
It's above China.
Huh.
I'm trying to think because we have Alaska, Canada. South. I already said South America. We have.
Yeah.
Why don't you just why the fuck?
Do you want to phone a
did
friend?
Why the fuck?
Yeah,
did we
Brendan.
have to,
What are
like-
the other two?
Dude, are you kidding? I'm so. You kidding me? I didn't
Any
even know
help?
there was 7.
Yeah.
Africa and Europe.
Ooh,
I don't know, dude.
those are easy.
I don't know, dude.
Is that why that lady got mad at me when I said that you were going to Africa?
Yeah, so- yeah,
because
'cause
you were
you
going to a continent.
Overgeneralized, yeah, because a lot of people, even Africans do it though. So like this lady got mad at mom because she said that I just got back from Africa, and the reason the reason I specifically tell her to say Africa is because you don't want people to know exactly where I'm at while I'm there, because while I'm there, we're not necessarily like making friends, because a lot of it's we're doing anti-poaching training, we're doing like field surveillance and things like that. And wildlife trafficking is the third most profitable illegal
Business.
trade next to human trafficking and weapons. So there's a lot of money to be gained or lost with wildlife trafficking. And so for our safety, we don't tell anybody where we're at while we're there. And so we overgeneralize and just say Africa, because I don't know if you guys know this, but Africa is a big place.
Yeah.
And mom, I just posted that I got back from Africa because I wouldn't let, because she's not supposed to tell people I'm in South Africa.
Yes.
It's a very specific place. And she was like, and she was like, stop calling Africa a country. It's not a country, it's a continent.
Problem.
Yeah, you're part of the problem. And mom was like, yo,
Yeah.
this is, and she was very respectful. She was like, oh, I understand Africa is not a country, but this is why I do it. And she was like,
for my son's safety, he's a conservationist, for that. Go ahead.
yeah. And she was like, doesn't matter, blah, blah, blah. People are like, you are the problem, blah, 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 blah. But like, it's so weird because even Africans call Africa, say Africa. Like Dez is from Uganda, and he was like, oh, dude, I can't wait to go back to Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, like with social media, it's like everybody puts everything on social media. So if you're not like to the T of where you're going, everybody's like, oh, that's not.
Yeah, but-
Somebody I was supposed to argue all the time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, it's like I'm not gonna. It's like I don't need to fucking disclose this to you. I'm
Yeah.
just telling you about
But
it.
in that instance, it was when she wouldn't back down, I just knew she wanted to fight.
Yeah.
I could have said anything and she would have wanted to
she was
fight.
debate.
Now, for example, the other day I reposted something on Instagram about the Apple logo.
Yeah.
And I was stating, I reposted this post and it said that the Apple logo was in honor of somebody
who had been a big part of the Apple brand growing.
Yeah, who was also gay, who had a lot of who faced a lot of hardship, and it was a really cool story. Unfortunately, it wasn't true. So I had somebody reach out to me, and they're like, "Hey, on your Instagram story, you reposted this. You didn't fact check it, and it's wrong." And they're like, I think you should put the truth out there. So I removed the post, and I'm like, hey, you know what? I removed this post because it was not accurate information. I always try to do my best, and this one just happened to slip by. And you know what? She was really respectful. She's like, thanks for doing that. I'm like, thanks for,
thanks for being cool.
Thanks for being cool and just letting me know. She follows me and she comments a lot, and something like that. I'm totally like, ooh, yeah, no.
Well, you don't put on airs to be like, oh, well, if I post it, it's accurate kind of thing. You're like, hey, listen, I'm human. Sometimes I get shit wrong.
Yeah.
We learned a valuable lesson that day on fact checking.
I am really super careful about forwarding anybody's posts, because that's the second time I've gotten my hand slapped for reposting something that's not accurately
That's
correct.
why you just don't repost stuff.
No, I don't. Every once in a while, I'm like, oh, that's a really good feel-good story. That made me feel good in my little pit of my tummy. And then it's like, that's wrong. I'm like, oh, that makes me feel bad.
Wrong, you're wrong. Yeah.
delete.
Delete.
I was going to say something. I totally forgot.
So last week I went to LA.
Yes.
And I went and I did the Mad Rabbit photo shoot. And I got to tell you, I was really proud of myself, not because I was taking pictures, but because I was it's really hard for me to sit there and be like, take my picture. But I kept on in the back of my mind, I kept on saying, Lonnie, you just have to do this for us.
Yeah.
You know, it's going to help our platform. And by doing that, it made it a whole lot easier. But during the interview, he brought up a really interesting fact that I did not know. And because he asked me about what will I think about my tattoos when I'm older. And I told him, I'm like, you know what, if I don't like my tattoos when I'm older, I would just black them out, even though I don't think I ever would. But that led him to telling me, and I did not know this, but he said that a lot of people who are getting blacked out tattoos are doing that to basically reclaim their tattoos back. Meaning, like, let's just say you have a tattoo that's that the public can see and people comment on, but it's more for you personally. By blacking it out, you know it's there, but nobody else can see it.
Yeah, and it makes sense. I mean, like, say if like you were the original person of the tattoo, and then somehow it caught on to a big trend where it wasn't even supposed to be like that, then at that point I would understand, because you're keeping the original piece that was yours in the original thing that like it kind of made you feel. And like with blacking it out, it's like nobody else can see it, but at least you know it's there.
Now, I don't have a lot of like visible tattoos, but does it ever get tiring of people asking about your tattoos?
Nobody asks me about mine.
Really?
Nobody.
Does anybody ask you about yours?
Very rarely.
Really? So I don't know. I don't think I would ever run into a problem where like I would be so tired of trying to explain a tattoo that I would like feel like blacking out is the call.
Well, and they also think when you had your I think leg done or something when we were at Metroflex.
Yeah.
And that one
that
person,
one guy was talking to me about it.
He talked to you about it. I think with like if you have not as many or like covered like we are, Mom. I mean like about Roberts.
Yeah.
Then people will ask you.
No, that one is because it was incredibly fresh.
Well, yeah.
And that guy had brought it up because he just got a new tattoo. He was like, "Oh, I just got this today," and he was like, "Oh, you just got a new tattoo." So it was more of like,
hey, look at us, we both got tattoos.
it was more of
okay.
like we both are getting tattoos recently kind of thing. It wasn't so much of like, "Oh, tell me about your tattoo."
Oh, okay. Because the way I thought about it was, because I mean I'm straight up blasted, so it was kind of like. Not many people will like ask me about it.
I think it's my attitude.
I think it's just how I carry myself.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. And it's not like I walk around like I'm a big bad boy or anything like that. But I definitely don't walk around with the attitude of like, ooh, I wonder if this person likes my tattoos.
Yeah.
I could give a rat's ass what people think about my tattoos.
Because it's not about them.
Yeah.
But I always say, and I'm a firm believer of this, if somebody comes up and they ask me like, oh, does your tattoo have any meanings?
Yeah.
If I feel like sharing my story, I will.
No.
If I don't feel like sharing my story, I have no obligation to anybody to share my story.
Yeah, it's not for them.
Yeah, it's like,
not.
it means something to me, and then just walk off.
I wouldn't mind getting a blacked out tattoo. I just don't think I'd ever black out a tattoo that I already have.
Yeah.
I mean, like, that's a good idea. I mean, because like even when I had Lance's shark on me and I wanted to do my full arm sleeve, like I still didn't want to black it out because I mean it was something that he put on me and I still wanted.
Yeah, it was something you did at your age.
100%. So it's honestly like I don't want to like either cover it up or anything like that because I mean again it's just part of me. So I'll just make it into the part of the sleeve.
If you're gonna black anything out, what would you black out?
Either one of my legs or one of my arms.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or other than that, I don't really know what else I would do.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really have anything that I have left that I could black out.
Yeah.
I mean, I could black out my neck.
That would hurt so bad.
Dude, but how fucking...
Because they have to pack that in.
I know, but how sick would that look, though?
I've seen...
Like, full blacked
I've seen
out.
people get their neck blacked out, and, like, even people who are, like, covered in tats are like, I've threw up. I've almost passed out.
Oh, just because it's, like, so many needles.
You have, like, 70 needles, and they have to pack the color.
That's
It's not, like, line work. They have to, like, literally just pack it in.
I've seen enough videos to know that I don't want one, and I have a whole lot of respect for people who do have them. But where I am in my age and where I'm at in my tattoo journey, I just don't see it in my future, even though I think they're absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, they're really cool.
You know what's crazy? And like, there's nothing wrong. I was thinking about this right now. Is that there's like, tattooed people and there's not tattooed people. There's a difference. There was because I went to the shop to set up my appointment for my septum. Yeah. And Lance was doing a head tattoo. Yeah. And it was just the sickest fucking demon head tattoo. Like, I mean, homeboy was just blasted. Like you can see from his neck down, blasted. His hands were covered. He had his feet crossed because he was laying there. Lance was So imagine like laying on a couch and
Sure.
your head's on like the armrest. And Lance is just behind him and just doing his head. And he has his fingers crossed in his laps and
Yeah.
his legs are crossed. And he's just chilling there,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there fanboying like over how
Yeah.
gnarly this guy is. And I'm
Mhm.
pretty sure like his wife, his mom, and his daughter were there. And I was just like, I was sitting there just like, oh my God, that
Yeah.
is so rad.
Yeah.
Like, this is so cool. And like, they even know, like, saw how fucking hyped I was for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the crazy thing is that, like, if you weren't a tattoo person, you'd be like, oh, that's kind of dumb. Like, dude, this guy's just getting a tattoo on his head. But it's just crazy because it's like, that's so fucking
See,
sick.
now here's the thing, and part of my interview is that one of the question was like, you know, what do you think about like when people say something to you at the
Yeah.
store or something like this? And here was my answer, and I'm going to say it again, and I'll probably repeat it again. But you know what? I have never once walked up to anybody in any store who did not have a tattoo and be like, hey, you know what? Your skin would look better with some color.
Yeah.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what? You would look better with a tattoo.
You said that at the interview?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go, why is it okay for somebody without a tattoo to be throwing their opinions at us
Yeah.
when we don't turn around and look at the people who don't have tattoos
Yeah.
and be like, "Ugh, you don't have one, you need one.
Mhm.
So to me, it's like, yeah, it's each to their own.
Yeah.
It's a self journey. It is
It's expression.
Yeah.
It is a little weird how like doing something for yourself, it kind of like opens you up for people just to like start dialogue. Like
Yeah.
a dude at the grocery store the other day.
Oh, I was going to ask you about that.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
really weird.
What?
There was
Okay,
this
so,
dude.
yeah.
There's this dude at the grocery store moment I go to, and he's kind of already a little
He's
weird.
already out there.
And it was hot. It was like 90 something. So I'm wearing a tank top and shorts, and mom is just I don't know what you're wearing, like a dress or something.
Yeah.
You were
I
wearing
think it was just
something.
like a tank top.
Yeah, tank
he only
top,
saw
yeah.
my arms.
And so my mom was asking like, "Oh, do you have something?" And
I wanted
as
quinoa.
yeah, quinoa. And as I was I got eggs, and so I was meeting up with her, and he like looked at me and he was like, "Oh, you got to catch up, dude." And I was like,
I
"What?"
hate that.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know what do you mean? Like, we're two different people.
Yeah. Does he have tattoos?
No.
I didn't see it.
Yeah, then he should shut the fuck up.
It's weird.
No, I
Yeah.
know, but that's the thing. It's just like, it's self-expression
Yeah.
brings other people's opinions, which it's like, I didn't ask for your fucking opinion, so keep it to yourself. I don't give a shit what you fucking think,
Yeah.
nor the shit that you spew out of your mouth in this discussion, because I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, I literally, like, and I get it. Like, maybe if it's like an opinion where it's just like, I ask you, but if it's just like, hey, it's like, let me ask you, Rob. It's like, hey, what do I think about the shirt? And then
Yeah.
you're just like, hey, that shirt's stupid. It's like, I didn't fucking ask
Yeah.
you. Like, I don't give a shit what you think.
Yeah, because what I really want to know, and I was going to bring this up, Robert, is how do you want to respond to that? Because to me, it's very insulting.
It's just like I don't know. It's just like it'd be like if like you walk to a bald person, you're like, dude, you got to grow more.
He
Like
was bald.
I know, but I'm just saying in general.
Yeah,
I know.
he's just, generalization.
But I'm just saying, in the future, I mean,
It don't
because-
bother me.
Yeah.
It really, I
Right.
mean, at first I was like, it's kind of a stupid thing to say. I mean, like, but I think a lot of times people are just so starved
don't know
of,
what to
like,
say.
Yeah, or they just want to say something and they just say the wrong thing.
Yeah.
It's like they don't think far enough in advance to like say something that's like good. They just want to say something.
Yeah.
And I think it's just maybe, I don't know. He felt like he felt obligated to say. I don't know. It's the weirdest
Yeah,
thing.
but I mean, if you really step back and you take a look at it, I mean, it was just kind of like a dig at you.
Not even. He
You
was
don't
just.
think
He
so?
was a
I think he
stupid
was just
guy.
trying. Yeah, he was just trying to stay relevant, like
Okay.
in like our discussion, and he was like so adamant about like. I think it was more about him trying to like look cool versus him trying to put me down.
Yeah, because it's like, oh, look at these
Yeah.
people with tattoos. I wish I can have a tattoo, but I'm
Maybe.
too scared.
Yeah, I don't know. But
But it brings me back to the point, or it brings me back to the memory and the time when you used to have really long hair.
yeah,
I mean, I used to have to hold up for you all the time.
yeah. People are just inclined to say something. I don't know.
Yeah, I remember one time we were at Krispy Kreme Donuts, and you were trying to order a donut, and the guy behind the counter is like, "When are you going to cut your hair?"
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's not going to cut his hair anytime he doesn't want to fucking cut his
Yeah,
hair.
I don't
You know,
know.
you didn't pop him out, did you?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Mr. Krispy Kreme
Yeah,
workers.
it's really weird how
working at a
people
donut
like
shop.
they just feel like inclined to ask your opinion.
Well,
It's the weirdest thing.
yeah.
But that's the thing though, is that I don't know. It really doesn't bother me too much because I just don't. I mean, I just don't care. It's really weird because there's this TikTok page that I follow. Is the devil.
Oh, I saw
He
that.
dresses up. He's got like a red velvet jacket and like a devil mask, and he's green screens like as hell.
Yeah,
and there was this
him.
one TikTok that he said, if you wouldn't take a person's advice, why would you take their criticism? And he's like, it just kind of seems like bad life advice.
That's a good fucking
And
point.
I was like, yeah, I wouldn't like the people who tell me to cut my hair or to catch up with tattoos. I wouldn't take any of their advice.
No.
So like, I'm definitely not gonna take their criticism or their opinions.
Yeah.
So like, it was really interesting. And so that's kind of how I've been living my life lately. I'm just like, yeah, I mean, if I won't come to you for advice, then I don't care about your opinion.
100%.
You know, because those people obviously don't matter enough for it to affect me.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of it too is maybe just with me getting older, a little bit more confident with myself and who I am. I really don't care about other people's opinions. If they don't mean anything to me, I sure as shit don't care about them kind of thing.
Because, I mean, like, that's just kind of like the thing with the septum piercing.
Yeah.
You know, like that. You know what's crazy is, like, the septum piercing stands out more than any tattoos for me for some reason.
Yeah.
Like, that's just, like, a bigger, like, monumental thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just, like, I'm kind of already, like, putting myself into, like, the position of, I already know a lot of people are going to ask or, like, even just stare at me. So it's, like, I mean, covered in tattoos and septum piercing, like, it's different. But, I mean, like, I'm kind of just, like, you know.
You're ready for it.
Yeah, it's, like, they're not living my life. You know, I'm not going to put standards to the way that I live because the normal of society, it's like, I don't care about the fucking like nice clean cut, you know, like suit 9 to 5 shit. But like, no, I know.
That's just the thing.
No, I know. Most people like look for that. Like that's the normal. Because you got to think about it. Society is a working base. So it's like, if you step away from society and kind of look at it and like do what you want, that's life.
Yeah. But the thing is like sometimes, I mean, for one thing, I'm really proud of you for exploring your self-expression because I think that you're doing it more now than you ever have. Yeah. But the thing is that we only have to look like one person and that's us.
Yeah, the person that we want to look at in the mirror every day.
Exactly.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just a little weird. You know what? It cracks me up. And I think that's why I really like having a lot more of my tattoos hidden. Is because it's like I think the only way you can ever really see is the one on my bicep. Yeah. But it's kind of cool to like take my shirt off and people be like, "Oh shit, hey, homie's got tattoos."
Or your leg or your calves.
Yeah, my legs. Yeah.
To me, I'm really sensitive to things like that, just because you know it's like I never want to stand by and let anybody put somebody I love down.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's really hard for me to not be like.
Totally.
So that's why I'm like, what's my correct response?
Yeah.
But I also want to respect you.
Yeah,
as an
no,
adult.
if it bothered me, I would have said something. But like, you know, people like that, their opinion means nothing to me. Okay. So like, they don't. I just. Okay.
Yeah, there's no point to listen to someone when they won't even listen to themselves.
Okay, so let's just play devil's advocate here.
Sure.
Could you imagine if we weren't confident in ourselves?
Oh yeah, it would feel really shitty.
His little comments like that would have felt really, really shitty.
Yeah.
So then I've started thinking, it's like, how many other offhanded comments are he making to people that are walking away?
That wasn't our first time that he said something stupid. It wasn't about our tattoos, but like every time we talk to him, it's usually like I think he's just like he just does not think, and he just like wants so hard to be liked or something that he just says anything, and it's usually the wrong thing.
He definitely has the energy of a dog who pees.
Yeah,
you know, like that one dog you walk in, it's like, hey, I want you to like me.
Yeah,
I don't know, and like he's not a bad dude. I don't dislike him. I just think that
See, I have
socially inept.
He's just I just think he's just maybe just think next time.
Yeah, I have a very short fuse for people who. Push their opinion off on people and make them feel bad.
Well, I mean, you're giving them too much power already.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying I have a very short fuse.
No, yeah, I know. But I'm just saying.
It's because people can talk shit on me all day long and I don't care.
That's how it is.
Well, but I mean, if it's another person, then it's a totally different story. Yeah, no, I get it.
Is it weird? It's funny you say that, but like sometimes I'll like, do you ever do this, Brad? Do you daydream? Like, what would happen if somebody did something to mom? Like I was thinking about that the other day yesterday when we were at Barron's, we were getting a sandwich and I was walking back to the bread aisle. And I was thinking that if somebody had come up with her thinking that she was by herself and like did or said something to her, what I would do. And I was like, I'm catching a charge.
Oh, 100%.
Like,
aw,
yeah.
I love you guys.
Like I was thinking about, I don't know why I thought about that then. And I don't know what made me bring it up now, but there's times where like, I'm looking at like, where am I at right now? And then like, how would I handle this situation? And I was just thinking about it when you were buying the wrong bread.
No. Yeah. You had to throw that in there.
Yeah, no, all the time.
Yeah. I'll be like, cause I'll think about that. Like, okay, like I'll think about that too, cause like a work, like where are the exits, who's here, who's looking suspicious.
Yeah, I always keep an eye on everybody. Mm-hmm. Like, no, but I mean, if it's for family, I'd go to jail.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just,
Yeah.
you got to think about it. Like the blood's thicker than water. But like some random person's going to say something or do something, I'm going to fucking murder.
Well, yeah, I don't have very many people like in my inner circle. And so like I make sure that, I protect the ones that are in there.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to be family, but you're definitely, if I care about you enough that,
Yeah.
I'll throw it down.
Yeah.
You know,
The thing is just, that's the thing is just people think that they can say something and get away with it.
Yeah.
But not all the time.
Not around the people that I care about.
Yeah, there's a difference. It's like that's why typically I never say anything because there's no point. You know, like I don't know what anybody's capable of.
Yeah, that's the thing though, is the sucker punch you never see. Yeah,
because it's just it's if you're street fighting, there are no fucking rules. Like
Yeah.
that's what anybody thinks. Like, oh, dude, we're street fighting. There's rules. It's like, no, there's not. Like you're gonna say one wrong thing, it's either you're gonna get killed.
Poppy used to say the same thing. He'll be like, I'll do whatever I have to win. He's like, there's no rules in street fighting.
100%.
He's like, there's winners and losers. And he's like, I'm gonna be a winner.
Yeah. I mean, if I was gonna throw down, I would make sure that I'd walk away.
Yeah, and and that's just the thing. It's like for me, it's like I couldn't imagine myself like fighting the guy.
Yeah.
But it's really hard for me to step.
But you can stand up for yourself.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm and that's just the thing. It's like people don't bother me, but I just didn't. It kind of bugged me that he said that to you, and I didn't say something back.
Oh
to
no!
him.
See, I was like, sometimes it's it's weird because like kind of very similar to like a YouTube troll or the YouTube comments. They're saying something to like get a response.
Yeah.
And so like John Oliver does a really good job at it too, where like they'll make this really outrageous claim, and John Oliver just goes back and he goes, "Cool."
Yeah.
And that's all he gives them, because they're obviously he had said that waiting for a response, right? Obviously he was saying something for us to acknowledge his comment.
Yeah.
Like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And we just walked away.
That's what I've been doing lately on my social media. Like if somebody says something rude, I just say whammy.
Yeah. You're just like, great.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Whammy.
It's so easy.
It's easier than escalating.
Yeah, even in like real life, if someone said something dumb, it's just like, okay, cool, I'm just gonna walk this way. It's like,
you done? I'm gonna go this way. Yeah.
Like there's really no point into fighting unless it's really worth it.
Yeah, unless there's something to defend.
Yeah, other than that, it's like, cool, you can say whatever you fucking want. I'm just gonna walk the other way.
Yeah,
like, I'm not gonna give you that.
Yeah, somebody said something rude the other day. I'm like, boy, you sure told me.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
You can put words on the internet.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what the
Congratulations,
fuck you want.
you put 3 words together.
Yeah, people are weird. And that's the thing though, is the more we we get into the YouTubes and social media, the more we are going to receive
100%.
criticism. Not so much like, oh, you guys suck, or like, this video is terrible. It's more of just people like personal attacks trying to get validation from the response.
See, because that comment that I got yesterday, he was trying to get to me, and he was trying to get to me, for being 1, a bad mother, and for 2, my Papa and Barbu being bad parents.
They were never bad
so
parents.
To me, I know, but to me, I'm like, ooh, dude, you're a professional troll. You went straight for the juggler.
Yeah.
So to me, it's just like 3 laughing emojis, and away I went.
Yeah. Well, it's
Because
simple.
that's all you get from me, dude.
Super simple.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Well, do you want to tell them where to find us, Mom?
Yes. Okay. You can find me. Not that I. Oh, you know what? Let's do it backwards. You can find Robert at Robert Pike on Instagram, and Sherbert on TikTok and YouTube. He just picked up the little baby moose.
She's so heavy.
I know.
And Brandon, where can they find you?
Don't Die Disco on all platforms.
And I am Gray Hair and Tattoo. And Indy does not have her own platform yet, but you can find all sorts of pictures. Oh, you know what? That's a really good idea.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Yeah. Ooh,
right.
Brandon, you could do that one.
No.
Okay.
All
All right,
bye,
guys.
guys.
Until next time.